Welcome to an introductory module for the Polish language. This is a language that is spoken by 60 million people in Poland and all over the world. This is a West Slavic language, which means it uses the Latin alphabet. This is good news for you, because English language uses very similar alphabet. In this module, we'll talk about greetings and how to introduce yourself. For a culturally appropriate greeting, you need to think about several factors. How well do you know the person? What is the occasion? And what time of the day it is? The most neutral greeting is Dzień Dobry, which means good day. Let's try it. Dzień Dobry. Dzień Dobry. Dzień Dobry. If you are greeting someone in the evening, you can say Dobry wieczór. Let's try it. Dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór. To say goodbye, you can say do widzenia or do zobaczenia. Both of them mean until we see each other again. Let's try it. Do zobaczenia. Do zobaczenia. Do zobaczenia. Do widzenia. Do widzenia. Do widzenia. If you are saying goodbye and it's late in the evening, you can say Dobranoc, which means good night. Let's try it. Dobranoc. 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 A rather informal way to greet someone you are on the first-name basis with, is to say cześć, which means hi. Interestingly, this word can be used for both hi and informal bye. Let's try it. Cześć. 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 After the greeting, you can politely ask, how are you? If you are addressing a man, you can say, jak się pan ma? If you are addressing a woman, you will have to say, jak się pani ma? Let's try it. Jak się pan ma? Jak się pan ma? Jak się pan ma? Jak się pani ma? Jak się pani ma? Polish language uses honorifics, pan and pani. They correspond to English Mr. and Ms. They can also be used for formal you. Always start with pan and pani to avoid an uncomfortable situation. Only a person of higher status or older than you can suggest switching to an informal ty, which corresponds to English informal you. If you are on the first-name basis, you can say jak się masz for how are you. Let's try it. Jak się masz? Jak się masz? Jak się masz? A usual response would be dobrze, dziękuję, which means well, thank you. Let's try it. Dobrze, dziękuję. Dobrze, dziękuję. Dobrze, dziękuję. You can also say bardzo dobrze, which means very well. Let's try it. Bardzo dobrze. Bardzo dobrze. Bardzo dobrze. You can also say świetnie, which means excellent. Let's try it. Świetnie. 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 You can also offer a less enthusiastic response. For example, tak sobie, which means so-so, o niezbyt dobrze, which means not too well. Let's try it. Tak sobie. Tak sobie. Tak sobie. Niezbyt dobrze. Niezbyt dobrze. Niezbyt dobrze. Of course, the most neutral response will be dobrze, dziękuję. Let's try it. Dobrze, dziękuję. The response dobrze, dziękuję will work for both formal and informal situations. If you would like to follow up with the question, and what about you? You can ask a pan, a pani, or if you're on the first name basis with a person, you can ask a ty. Let's try it. A pan, a pan, a pan, a pani, a pani, a pani, a ty, a ty, a ty. Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Jak się pan ma?
Dobrze, dziękuję. Jak się pani ma?
Świetnie.
Do widzenia.
Do zobaczenia. Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Jak się pan ma?
Dobrze, dziękuję. Jak się pani ma?
Świetnie.
Do widzenia.
Do zobaczenia. To introduce yourself, you can say mam na imię John, which means my name is John. You can also say nazywam się John Smith, my full name is John Smith. Or you can say Jestem John Smith, which means I am John Smith. Let's try it. Mam na imię John. Mam na imię John. Mam na imię John. Nazywam się John Smith. Nazywam się John Smith. Nazywam się John Smith. Jestem John Smith. Jestem John Smith. And one more time. Jestem John Smith. In order to ask someone's name, you can ask jak się pan nazywa if you're addressing a male colleague in a formal situation. Or jak się pani nazywa if you're addressing a female colleague in a formal situation. If you are addressing a peer or the situation is less formal, you can ask jak masz na imię. Let's try it. Jak się pan nazywa? Jak się pan nazywa? Jak się pan nazywa? Jak się pani nazywa? Jak się pani nazywa? Jak się pani nazywa? Jak masz na imię? Jak masz na imię? And one more time. Jak masz na imię? Although it's common in English to say nice to meet you, different opinions exist regarding using this phrase in the Polish business setting. Some say it's better not to use it at all, and some people claim only a person of higher status should be using it. But those expressions are so widespread and common that it's good to at least be aware of them. You can say miło mi panią poznać if you're addressing a female colleague. You can say miło mi pana poznać if you're addressing a male colleague. Let's try it. Miło mi panią poznać. Miło mi panią poznać. Miło mi panią poznać. Miło mi pana poznać. Miło mi pana poznać. Miło mi pana poznać. You can also say, very nice to meet you. Bardzo mi miło. One more time. Bardzo mi miło. Bardzo mi miło. Jak się pan nazywa?
Nazywam się Łukasz Siciński. Jak się pani nazywa?
Jestem Sofia Asher.
Miło mi panią poznać.
Bardzo mi miło. Jak się pan nazywa?
Nazywam się Łukasz Siciński. Jak się pani nazywa?
Jestem Sofia Asher.
Miło mi panią poznać.
Bardzo mi miło.